everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Cowboys are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Chiefs, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Guyton, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year. And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. Prescott on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball? You can sense it. Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad. Third and long for Prescott. And he's got room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal. And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. Oh, nice move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say. Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he? He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run again with Hunt. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. There we go. 4 down.
Prescott now from the 50. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Room here to run. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you really seek.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 93 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Kirk Cousins, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Johnson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
But he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Vance Walker with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Thomas. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not
right?
apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but he's got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they should.
It's caught inside the 25. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And running with power here. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Smith with a give to Hunt. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This is Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run it here with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First down and goal to go from the 7. Now we give to the up man. That's Sherman. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On the run, this is Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you on over to... Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A quick hitter to Sherman, the fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Time running out here on the play clock. They run with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Johnson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Johnson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he finds his man. That's Butler. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Again, it's Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. D. Ford not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going for it all. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brand is all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. This is Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Prescott from the gun. He's got his man. It's Williams. The 30. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can break it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll give to Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Prescott now, option right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Good gain of 14 yards, but not enough. It's fourth down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Hunt. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, You almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on second down is Smith. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we have Kelsey slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's back to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the kick by Butker is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, and it's third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On third down, it's Hunt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that,